This is the A380 from Newton Abbot to Torquay. This road has a poor collision record for bikes. There have been 29 crashes on this road in the last 4 years. 7 of them have involved serious injury, and there's been 1 fatality. It's a very busy road at commuter times in the winter and throughout the day in the summer. The vast majority of crashes have involved bikes filtering past traffic, with cars emerging from the sides of the road and turning right, exactly in this scenario here. You see how tempting it would be to pass the vehicle ahead at this point, but unless you're sure that nothing's going to emerge out into the queue, you could be confronted with the front offside wing of a car that you might not have seen. Being a busy commuter route, obviously a lot of bikes use it because bikes are very good vehicles on which to do your daily commute. And a solo motorcycle can be a big advantage in order to get through congestion at busy times of the day. Obviously this will involve filtering. Filtering in itself is not illegal, but to do it without thought can be dangerous. Here you can see that the queue of traffic is moving very slowly, and we're in a solid white line section. The solid white line section doesn't mean no overtaking. You can pass the vehicles as long as you keep to the left of the solid white line. And you'll see here a lot of vehicles will move out to the left, out of your way. If you watch this white van, you'll see that the wheels turn to the left and he moves into the near side. Look to the right though, you'll see that there's a pedal cycle lane, and there is a pedal cyclist coming towards us. So any of these car drivers that move over for you could cause a real problem to a poor old cyclist coming up the near side. So drivers do need to be aware not only of motorcycles on their offside, but also of pedal cycles on their near side. And if you're aware as a biker that there is a pedal cyclist coming up the cycle lane, perhaps you should not present your bike as if you wish to overtake. Filtering, as I've said, is not illegal. However, if something goes wrong whilst you are filtering, you are not on solid legal ground. It's your choice whether you filter or not. You don't have to do it. But if you do, you must do it carefully. The essential thing is to keep the speed of the bike low in relation to the traffic that you're overtaking. In other words, you must pass them slowly. If the traffic is stationary, we're talking a walking pace. If the traffic is doing 10 miles an hour, we may be talking 12 to 15 miles an hour. These areas of diagonal white line down the centre of the carriageway are there to separate streams of traffic, and you can see that there's a right turn lane here. So I'm just satisfying myself that that red car is not going into that right turn lane before I choose to drive down the outside over these diagonal white lines. Bearing in mind it's my choice. It's not unlawful to ride in that area, but you don't have to do it. And the highway code says you should not do it if you can avoid doing so. In the real world though, we know that bikers do filter, and we would never say you must not ever do it. We would just say do it properly and do it carefully. This queue of traffic now is stationary, and you can see there's an Arctic just in front of this car, which is a very large object. It's very difficult to see beyond the Arctic, particularly to see anything on the near side. Looking at the lane markings in the centre of the road, you can sometimes see that there are arrows indicating that there is a right turn lane for approaching traffic. Obviously this means that there is a junction on the near side, so this is the place to be careful, thinking that traffic may come out from your left. And that big vehicle there could be hiding traffic doing exactly that. There's a right turn lane there. So just letting that truck go at that point. Looking for a safer place to pass it. Through the pedestrian crossing and out the other side, just see the canopy of a petrol station on the left. And because of this big vehicle, I can't see if there are any vehicles manoeuvring on the forecourt. If it stops, I need to be careful that nothing's going to come out in front of that truck that I can't see. We're through that situation now. And here's some more lines. It's safer for me to go down, but note that I do it very, very slowly. And just back in then for that right turn lane. See the car turning right in front of that biker? Luckily, he spotted them and he stopped. If he just sailed straight on through, that could have been yet another collision.